Yo, what up, guys? Okay, well, I can't do another intro like that again.
Yeah,
Uh,
we've had two in a row of the same kind of intro. Once you
hey,
think
what's
about
what's
it.
up, guys? This is the official Donald Trump inauguration podcast.
Oh
All
my.
right, you better be on your alpha male shenanigans if you want to hop in and listen to this show. This is gonna be the best thing you freaking ever hear. You friggin' ever hear
this is
in your
the
friggin' life.
this is the frickin' Joe Rogan pod right now, without Joe Rogan. So the appeal is awkward.
This is Joe Rogan, Trump inauguration, Republican right wing,
Buddy,
America Freedom
that's just
Edition.
Bam
That's what you're
Margera.
watching right now.
You're just
I'm
doing
here.
Bam
No,
Margera.
I'm not. I'm not doing Van Margera. I'm doing a different character. So you can shut the up. I was trying not to swear, but then this mother over here, he wants to say, "Oh, this guy's Bam Margera." Well, guess what? This is the Donald Trump Joe Rogan inaugurational podcast for the inauguration of President and Supreme Leader Donald Trump.
President to all 49 states, Donald Trump.
Yep, yep, all 49 of them
Yeah.
because they burned California and I don't think it exists anymore. No, did you see Elon Musk doing the worst Sieg Heil anybody has ever seen in their entire life? Did you
Well,
see that?
according to people that were there, he was putting his hand to his heart and then reaching out to the crowd like a absolute champion of American nationalism. But the angle he had it made it look like the other thing.
Yeah, I, that's just such a insane thing to do.
Yeah. And then he
Like,
did it again when he turned around. He did it a second time.
just given, yeah, he did it twice. I was like, dude, come
Bro
on.
is insane.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Obviously I'm aware of the whole like, oh, Trump's a Nazi. Trump's a Nazi. Republicans are Nazis. Republicans are Nazis. I've heard that whole argument, but it's like it just makes that clip, regardless of what he was doing, 10 times worse because now those people are like, see, they are Nazis. I knew it all along. Look at what Elon Musk did.
What's
Like,
strange is that
I
I
think the
think
guy was
both
just
sides.
autistic and didn't know how to. Because Elon Musk has autism, right?
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
he was just had a freaking autism moment right there, and instead of going like this,
Yeah. Full
something
hand
inoffensive,
extended out like that. Yeah.
he just whipped that out, dude. Just straight up, just like whip that, and it's like, whoa, come on, Elon. Can't be doing all of that.
Yeah, you can't be saluting those who can no longer be saluted. You can't be
You
doing
just
that.
you can't be doing like that specific one. There's a lot of other ones that you are able to do and nobody will know what they are, but that is the one thing that's the one arm/hand movement that you just can't do that.
Yeah.
But I did genuinely find
I thought it was
that to be hilarious.
I
when
thought
he
it
did
was I thought it was funny when Trump
It's like
got
South Park, dude.
Yeah.
That was straight up. That was like that was what Musk did. That was like South Park.
yeah.
Like what the?
Like Trump going up there and starting to sign orders immediately is the funniest thing I saw out of that whole event.
Yeah, that really is some working man's right there.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I got the job. Let's get to work.
His first thing I think that he signed was everything that Biden did in one bill to just rip it out completely. And he signed that.
What the?
Yeah, it was like 82 things that Biden signed, and he just tore it out.
I hope that's real, not because I'm like, oh, Biden. It's because I think that's genuinely a really funny thing to do.
It's-
Just the first thing's just like, this guy, and just like start going in on him.
Yeah, there was that, and then it got weird immediately, like a few days in.
Like was it like a creep? Like there's a creepy pasta. Trump was signing creepy
Yeah.
pastas.
He started signing a Slenderman 2 act, and I don't know why.
Dude, did he sign to make Slender Man real?
Yeah.
Executive
He
order?
signed the Turn Joe Biden into Slenderman
Yes.
bill.
Yes.
And people were
Oh
terrified.
my God. Dude, I was from day one. I fucking knew in the past 4 years that Biden didn't care about Slender Man at all. And I'm like, all right, well, your voter base definitely cares about Slender Man. I would be willing to put money that the Democrat voter base, they give a huge fuck about Slender Man. I guarantee you. I would put money on it right now.
I bet Elon
down.
will talk about Slenderman for like 20 tweets in the next like 6 months.
Yeah. And before Biden, Trump teased signing that Slender Man executive order throughout his presidency. And that just makes me so happy that he's finally doing it. That's the best news I have heard all fucking day. Really.
It was Slender Man bill. There was also a lot of strange stuff. I'll say strange in this way. He released the guy that got in trouble for the Silk Road, which was this big drug trafficking.
Dread Pirate Roberts, he released.
Yeah. He let a pirate out of prison, dude.
Dude.
And
Trump fucks with pirates?
Yeah. It was just kind of weird, though, because the guy got in trouble for drug trafficking and human trafficking. And then Trump was like, oh, yeah, you're free, whatever.
Human trafficking?
Yeah.
Holy, I didn't realize that was part of his story.
That's why the Silk Road thing's a thing that sticks out so far, is because you wouldn't think a president would pardon a guy who got in trouble for that kind of stuff, but he did. So yeah, there's that. It'd be kind of like if they were pardoning the Joker in some ways.
Yeah.
Even though the Joker murders people constantly.
Well, the Joker is, I don't know, he's kind of a Sigma, if you ask me. He's kind of a Sigma male, so he can kind of talk his way out of problems a lot. Talked his way out of that hospital, and then he blew it up.
Yeah, that is true.
That is something straight up Sigma.
Somehow he got a nurse's outfit. I don't know how he did that shit.
Yeah, because the Joker's a girl, actually, in that movie. I don't know if you knew that. He's a girl.
And then there was other orders. If you are not in the politics chat that I am in, but there was a bit of talk in
politics is gay.
yeah, something like that. It's like politics more like pile of dicks. But they brought up that Trump has made it prominent that there are only 2 genders in the American government, and it has made
2 sexes.
Was it 2 sexes?
Yes.
I have read wrong.
Let me check so I'm not talking out of my ass, because I feel like I can. This is something I don't really want to piss people off.
Yeah, I'm not trying to piss people off. It's more of an interesting thing that he would
I don't want to
sound,
like an idiot.
Like a thing that you would think no one would want to sign at this current year, but he did it. It was saying the country recognizes only 2
sexes.
2 sexes.
CBS News says 2 sexes, and from what I know, according to the trans community, right? And those guys, sex is separate from gender. So, morally speaking, I guess, from what I know about that, it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it makes people afraid that they have lost their rights in some way. which is interesting on its own accord. And I understand the values of having rights in that way.
Oh, yeah.
And then yesterday, he signed a thing that made it so that not everybody is getting equal pay.
Okay. Just work harder.
That is what some people have said recently, is that might be the only solution, is to work harder. But
Yeah,
he did set that up too. So
get a good job and work hard at it and do good. And if the company you're with isn't treating you well, take the skills that you gathered from that company and then go to another one, and eventually you'll make more money. That's literally how it works.
Oh, here's a fun one. This is also a thing Trump did in the past 5 days. So I'm processing. Hold on. You know how on a lot of maps they label that Gulf over by Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico?
Like the Gulf of Liberty or some bullshit.
It is now the Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America, baby.
According to Trump, it is Gulf of America.
Yeah, yes, dude. Fuck yes. We're so back, dude.
So if you have any maps that say Gulf of Mexico, you officially have gained a percentage increase when you sell it.
Yeah, dude. That's actually, I like that he did that for some reason. I think it's very funny that he's like, this is the Gulf of America now. Fuck you, Mexico. You think that you're very gay and your music is not very good. I lied. I don't even like Mexican food. Yeah, that's what Donald Trump called up the president of Mexico. That's what he said to her.
I just know there's a lot more question marks on these first few days than I thought there was going to be. But hopefully some of these things he's signing in.
JFK, RFK, and MLK files released.
Yeah, that's a good one. Dude, that's a good one.
I hope I'm vindicated. But they have 45 days to release those documents, which gives them 45 days to burn documents.
True.
So I'm kind of weary about that 45-day wait.
Well, that's a good thing, but a bad thing is keeping TikTok around for another 90 days.
Yeah, that's sad, dude. TikTok is fucking sad.
And you know,
the only thing I can say about it.
And you know, politics is not stupid. What's a better word here? You know, politics are very feeble. When it's one of the first things my dad brings up is that Mr. Beast might buy TikTok as a group owner.
Nice, dude.
Man.
Mr. Beast.
And I heard that yesterday, I think, or the day before, and I straight up was just like, I'm gonna ignore that, because I've been on the negative train of Mr. Beast for fucking 7 months, 8 months now.
Yeah, Jimmy Beast has not been on your side.
Yeah, we're siding more with just Carl than any of the other ones. Maybe Chandler too, but he gets religious, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, he's kind of weird.
He's a religious guy.
He's a friend of the show, but we just hang out with him when other people are around.
Yeah.
Not one-on-one.
Yeah, it's Carl first, Chandler second.
Yeah, Carl, he's fun. He's a good hang. We like talking to Carl.
Talking to who?
Talking to Carl, our friend of the show, who really likes us. He loves the show.
He's one of our talking to Trotsky, viewers. And I was like, "What the fuck are you going off about?"
Yeah, definitely not talking about that motherfucker. I don't know what else. What else has Trump? What other hot dishes of fascist Nazism has Trump dished out?
Honestly, I don't got much else. I didn't look specifically into any of the other stuff he signed in, which is probably a bad thing. You know, we're not supposed to be political first on this pod. It's just that We just had a president come through, so we're
We
talking
talk
a
about
bit.
current events.
Yeah, we're talking a bit.
It's what we're supposed to be fucking doing on this show. We're doing our jobs, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if every other, like, 4 pods is me doing a hypothetical where my brain slowly dies, I think we're okay to talk about politics a little and try not to be too biased. But,
And talk about what
you
we
know.
want.
Yeah.
Talk about whatever the fuck we want. This is our fucking show. Let's see. The Minnesota Reform. Okay, I don't. The Reformer. That's an interesting name for a newspaper.
Oh, I thought
Agencies.
I thought you were talking about 90s Reform Party with what's that
No.
guy? It's a wrestler. How am I forgetting his name?
Jake the Snake.
Shit. He was literally from Minnesota too.
I think it was
Jimmy Graham.
Jake the Snake.
Jimmy Graham.
I lied. I lied. It was not Jake the Snake.
Yeah, Jimmy
It was
Graham.
Jimmy the Snake.
Jimmy the Snake, Mr. Beast. It all connects. It all goes back in time.
Let's see. Boring.
Kinda boring. I don't care.
That's actually very boring. That's a lot of.
I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna trade Iowa for some more
I guess
oil.
he's. This isn't about executive orders. That's about unions. We all know.
Yeah,
Trump doesn't like unions.
Yeah, he don't give a shit about unions.
Wow, a lot of these executive orders are fucking boring as fuck.
Well, outside of the ones we mentioned so far, it's kind of like just a blanket of a bunch of shit.
I wanted more funny ones.
Yeah, there should have been like Trump tax, and it's only in New York. They should have done that shit. It'd been kind of funny.
He should have fucking. Dude, he should have signed an executive order giving the fucking Presidential Medal of Freedom to Guy Sinat or some shit.
I guess Logan and Jake Paul and Goober number 2 were all at his inauguration. And
Really?
Yeah.
The Paul brothers were there.
Yeah, and I think the guy in front of them fell out of his chair and made a big deal about it.
Because they were boxing.
Yeah. There was a bit of Mike Tyson boxing in the back of the back of the venue. But
imagine being some old piece of shit like career politician there, and then you just see like Jake Paul and Logan Paul just like fighting and calling each other like faggots and like sweating and breathing real hard.
Yeah, they start.
And you're just like this 92-year-old Republican dried up piece of shit woman that like voted for segregation or some shit back in like 1952. It's just the image of her seeing that is very funny to me.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Oh, man. Yeah, outside of that, the only other huge news, in my sports opinion, is Ohio State football winning another national championship.
Yeah, I heard about that through work.
It is their 9th one, which really doesn't mean anything, but it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch that game, but I did hear that it was a pretty good win.
It was a good one, and people were getting mad at the Notre Dame coach on the other side because apparently his coaching was bad, even though I think he's the best coach in college football. So it's like, whatever.
Imagine a bunch of people from the stands just like pointing at him, just calling him the N-word.
Yeah, he was
just
a black man.
Saying it with their soul.
He
really?
was a
Okay,
black
never
man,
mind.
too.
I thought it was gonna be some like fat like white dude.
Nah.
And just imagining a bunch of other like white frat guys just like pointing and saying the N-word at him sounded funny. But now that I know that he's black, that sounds more like a hate crime.
It would be a hate crime, but it's also Ohioans. So I guess it works out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one. If it was UT or like University of Tennessee versus Ohio State, you could say the joke back and it would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh man. Outside of that, had to work on editing a little bit this week. Even though I said, hey, this solo project that I've been working on is going to come out this month, it's looking like next month. I have pushed it back. It is still about E3, the convention, and I'm only like halfway through editing, and I have to redo all the audio.
E3, the video game convention.
Yeah.
Is that the E3?
Yeah.
Oh, did they have Lucky Charms, the video game there? I wanted them to have Lucky Charms, the video game there.
Is Jacksepticeye here with us?
Yes, I'm Jacksepticeye. What's his catchphrase? What's he saying?
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
Top of the morning to you, laddies. I'm Jacksepticeye, and today we're playing Lucky Charms, the video game.
I'm gonna go on Twitter.com and talk about my autism ADHD.
Listen, everybody. What's his catchphrase again?
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
Yeah, imagine he's in therapy and he's like, top of the morning to you, laddies. I have autism ADHD and I want to kill myself. But not before Lucky Charms, the video game, comes out. That will be my favorite game.
I remember falling off of gaming YouTube for like 3 years, and that's exactly when Jacksepticeye got popular. And I was like,
well, that's very sad for you.
Yeah, I was like, why is this Irish bastard in my fucking feed?
Yeah, him and Markiplier would like coordinate dyeing their hair or some shit like that, some like real gay shit.
Markiplier would always have red hair at a time, and Jacksepticeye would always have green hair at a time.
Green hair. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Then they're like Christmas.
And then Dan the Diamond Minecart would always have green hair, and then he turned it into blue hair.
Oh, because he wanted to feel like part of them.
Yeah.
He thought he was one of them.
And then for like, I want to say like 2 months, PewDiePie had blue hair.
Yeah, I remember PewDiePie dyeing his shit. I remember that.
I remember Scared PewDiePie Season 2 featuring Jacksepticeye getting canceled.
He was like... He was like, oh, top of the morning to you, laddies. My show that I worked very hard on got cancelled and I'm depressed.
I like how you always think Jacksepticeye's depressed. It's really funny.
He seems like a guy that kind of would be for some reason. I just get that vibe from him.
I know they were begging and pleading for somebody to play Among Us all the time during COVID, and they would always invite Jacksepticeye. So you would hear Jacksepticeye talking, and then you would hear like Pokimane in the same stream.
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, Jack! Oh my gosh!
Pokimane, I want to have sex with you.
Oh, Jack, I don't know who the imposter is. Oh.
It doesn't matter. It's me penis. You must attack me penis. So, when my penis gets hard and I take it out of my pants, I say, top of the morning to you, with my penis sticking out.
He says, top of the morning to you, top of the morning wood. And he starts swinging it.
He definitely would be swinging his shit around and be going like. I bet he has a pretty big dick. I bet Jacksepticeye has a pretty big dick.
Yeah, he's married. You would never know he is
Yeah.
married. Unless his
Yeah.
ADHD autism makes him make a OnlyFans to get more money.
Top of the morning to you, laddies. Here's me getting fucked with the strap on OnlyFans.
Man, that makes me remember like old school Minecraft YouTubers for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad that it's Sky Does Minecraft immediately. That fucking guy is a menace. He did so many
Really?
bad things.
Did you say the N-word?
He mentally abused a lady, and then for another lady he was cheating on her, and then for another lady he was cheating on her, and then for another lady he was physically and mentally abusing her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, fun guy to have at the
Yeah.
party.
Maybe,
there's an old school
maybe,
meme.
dude. Did you ever stop to think that maybe Sky Does Minecraft just got really into the game one night, and he saw like his girlfriend. He saw this girlfriend. He was like, oh my god, it's a fucking creeper in my house. And he just started swinging. That's what happened, because I do.
Well, I know there's somebody that found a Sky Does Minecraft Golden Freddy crossover comic, and they scrubbed out all the words, and they wrote down for Sky Does Minecraft, oh my gosh, Butter Freddy, and then Golden Freddy goes, didn't you beat the shit out of your wife?
Wow. Golden Freddy.
Golden
That's an
Freddy.
insane. That's a really insane bloke right there, Golden Freddy.
But yeah, man, Sky Does Minecraft. When you think about it, like, you would have thought that guy would have been a kid entertainer for like 20 years and retired fine. Yeah. And then he does that kind of stuff, you know?
Yep. He had it all. He really did. And then it just disintegrated in his bare hands.
Yeah. He Thanos snapped his whole career. And and that was the end of it.
Do you think,
man.
Do you think if he went crazy, it would be like you know, like the creeper hallucination that was aforementioned? Like, do you think his schizophrenic like hallucinations would be Minecraft oriented?
Do you think it would be like
his
he has an Enderman sleep paralysis demon?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And like he does like schizophrenic Minecraft shit. Like he sits his dog down in a room and closes the door, and then he comes back later and like the dog's dead, and he's like, but like that's not how the game works. The game's glitched. He's schizophrenic.
He starts going like, why is my light level not right in this room? What am I gonna do?
Yeah, he goes to jail for killing someone, and he's in jail, and he's like, is this the Nether?
It's the skeleton. Like, it wasn't me. You didn't see the skeleton?
Dude, did I just go through like the Nether portal right now? Because this is like the Nether right now, and he's like fucking in jail.
Hell yeah. There should be a Sky Does Minecraft movie that is like a parody documentary.
A mockumentary.
Yeah, but they call it like Adam period, a Minecraft YouTuber or something. And then it's only in like 2 theaters and it makes $10,000.
I went and saw like the Reddit movie.
Oh yeah?
So I probably watched the Sky Does Minecraft movie. Yeah, I saw that like a year or two ago. And me and Tyler were the only ones in the theater to see it, which was super nice because we could just like spurg out, be retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was decent. I don't know. But like I said, if I saw the fucking Reddit stock market movie where they're like, yeah, buy GameStop or whatever, and Pete Davidson is in it. Yeah. No, they should put Pete Davidson in that movie that we're talking about.
The Sky Does Minecraft mockumentary.
Yeah, they should make Pete play Sky Does Minecraft.
It's
He's like, yo, dude,
when
I'm
you look,
smoking weed and I'm playing Minecraft.
yeah. When you look at it, like Sky Does Minecraft
dude,
fell
my
off.
channel is popping right now, man, and I'm smoking weed.
Sky Does Minecraft fell off faster than Onision did. How is that possible?
I think it's mainly because there was not. Because I was a fan of Onision. I've said it before on the show. I was. When I was a kid, I liked Onision. I thought he was funny. But no, there was no established like YouTube drama channels back then.
I definitely did not
I know
unplug
of.
my headset, but yes, I'm hearing you.
So I feel like a lot of the shit he did, because I was watching him while he was doing some of the up shit he did, and I just didn't know about it. I had no fucking idea.
Yeah.
And I stopped watching his videos because he got on like this high horse about veganism, and I was like, all right, shut up, bro. Put the fries in the bag.
What about
I
bro? What about bro?
I watched the bro videos too.
Yeah, and then he was like,
I watched like
he
all
had
of his
a lot
channels.
of weird shit on there. He had opinions about like women's bodies and shit.
Yeah. And when I was watching, I was like, haha, this is kind of funny what he's saying. But, like, looking back on it, like, that's kind of cooked.
Yeah.
Because he was, like, an old fucking man doing that shit, even when I was watching him.
Yeah. He's 43 now, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, so, like, 10, 11 years ago, he's, like, 30, between 30. When I was watching him, he was probably anywhere between 27 and, like, 32.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of fucking cooked, looking back, that he did that shit on his fucking quote-unquote gaming channel.
I guess when him and Shane Dawson collaborated a couple times. He
collaborated with the singer from Black Veil Brides on a video too, which I thought was kind of crazy. I always hated their music.
But
anyhow.
But yeah, he was trying to get into Shane Dawson's collaboration with Smosh in 2009, and Shane Dawson said, hey, we don't have a spot for you at all in this video that we're gonna do, so fuck off.
That's pretty good.
But at the time, Smosh was like the number 1, 2, or 3 channel, so it would have boosted Onision further.
Oh, absolutely. He would have crashed out a lot sooner. I feel like, which probably would have been for the best. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's crazy that I used to be such a big fan of him, and it didn't take one cataclysmic event. It took a series of events that at least that I knew of at the time, where he just kept being more and more annoying about being like left wing and being a vegan. And that's when I was like, this guy's fucking gay. Fuck this guy. And I unsubbed. But in reality, behind the scenes, there's like a million fucking reasons why I should have unsubbed way sooner.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Do you remember that guy that was making the Chris Chan documentary? And now that it's done and everything, now I'm hoping that he does Onision.
That'd be fun, an
that'd be so cool.
documentary.
Imagine
I would like that.
Part 23, we get, this is my vegetarian, my vegan body, and he starts flexing.
Yeah. Flexing his exoskeleton at us like an insect.
Yeah.
Onision is a fucking insect. That guy is definitely insect, like, all around.
And then, like, part 67, he would be doing all those court cases.
Yeah.
Man.
Fuck, I had a good quip. I can't fucking remember it. Pisses me off. That's such bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens. I did have a story from work today. I guess I can tell that one.
Okay.
I don't know how funny it'll be, but I thought it was kind of goofy.
my goodness.
Excuse me. Anyhow, so I was on the job. We were sniffing for a gas leak, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're sniffing around. Don't find nothing around the gas meter. Don't find nothing around any of the flues, which is like the exhaust pipe that comes out of your furnace and like your water heater. Um, so didn't find anything around there. Checked the neighboring property. Didn't find shit. So we knock on the door, blah blah fucking blah. And the guy comes out. He's this tall guy with like a big beard.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we heard that you had a natural gas smell in your basement. He was like, yeah, man, blah, blah, blah. He was telling us about it. And like, I'm standing there and I'm like, this guy's like, I smelled something. And at first my mind's like, this guy's smoking a cigarette inside. Because like I've been in a couple houses at this point on the job to where people smoke inside. It's gonna smell like cigarettes. Big whoop, who gives a fuck? So I'm like, no, that is not a cigarette. This guy's smoking a fucking joint, or he's smoking a blunt. And I look down and the dude's got a fucking joint in his hand, just talking to us in the doorway outside his fucking house. And so he was like, oh, sorry, guys, I got a smoking problem. And we both kind of laughed. And anyhow, we go down to the guy's basement and, we're talking to him. And he was like, yeah, I've been smelling gas down here when I open up this door to let the dogs out. And, all that. Basically, he fuck. I got fucked up with my words here. Anyhow, so he was saying like, yeah, I've been smelling gas. I don't smell any right now. When he opened the door, and he had that fucking joint. We're all standing there, and I wish I could have said this, but I was on the job. I'm trying to be professional. I'm bottom of the totem pole. I gotta mind my P's and Q's. All right. And he's like, yeah, I don't smell any gas right now. And in my head, I'm like, I can smell some fucking gas, but it sure as shit isn't natural gas. It's a fucking weed. Like, I don't know. That's slang for weed gas. Yeah. Maybe it hit with a listener or something. I don't know. But I thought that was funny. And when we left, I told the feller I was working with, I told him that I thought of that, and he thought that was pretty funny. So somebody will find it funny. I don't know.
Did I ever talk about the drink machine?
The drink machine?
It would have been from last week.
That's what they call me when I drink 18 beers.
Well,
I'm kidding.
The drink machine is a situation where I was working a security job, and there is a vending machine right behind me every time I do this job. And it's a drink dispenser, specifically a Pepsi one. I will not have a machine number on hand, but it'd be kind of funny if I did.
Yeah.
Apparently, this bottle dispenser, this vending machine, gets stuck. And I've never seen it get stuck in person before. I've worked there like 3 or 4 times. Right?
Like you said like a vending machine?
Yeah.
All right, because when I think stuck, I'm thinking like just like a drink machine, like at a Taco Bell. Okay, continue. Sorry, I don't know why I felt the need to quip in.
But yeah, that whole situation ends up with I think Saturday, or maybe 2 Saturdays ago, something like that. But a guy that looks like, in my brain, Bam Margera is working with me, right?
Yeah.
And he goes up to the vending machine and he goes beep boop boop boop, and he puts in the number for a water bottle.
Yo, this is Jackass, and this is called getting a water bottle out of the vending machine.
So he does that. He goes beep boop boop. Vending machine dispenses it, but the door gets jammed. Somehow, a piece of plastic in the door to get your drink is stuck. So, first idea is literally just brute force it. Just, just try to tear it open. Next thing, cop comes by. Don't want to look suspicious. It's not our property. It's not even the school's property. It's the Pepsi sponsor's property. So we would get sued by Pepsi if we broke this machine, right?
Yeah.
So this cop comes by and she's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to see if I can help you here. She takes out her baton and stretches it. It's bent like that, like a whole 90-degree angle of a bend.
Holy
to try
shit.
to pop this thing open. And she can't get it. And she's like, I don't want to break my equipment. Fuck this. I'll call somebody from Pepsi and see if they come by.
Did he call the cops because the vending machine took his money and
No.
took him a drink?
No, it was just a random patrolling officer for the event.
Yeah.
But she went up to the second floor and talked to some people. And the whole time, Bam Margera, he's going, hey man, I'm going to go and fucking pull this shit open or unplug it or something. And he's getting more irate about it, right? And I'm trying to calm him down. I'm like,
yo, this fucking vending machine took a bunch of my fucking money. It took like $1,000 from me. Dude, I'm gonna do a stunt on this thing. I'm gonna get Spike Jones on it. He's gonna fucking film it. And you're gonna shut the fuck up so I can keep drinking more beers.
But yeah, Bam Margera threatens to unplug the machine and try to pop the door open. And right as he says that, our boss comes by. And she's like, hey, you don't do that shit. You're going to get us in trouble. Don't do that shit. And he's like, but it's my drink. It stole my drink. This is bullshit.
Yo, dude, I still want a fucking water.
So an hour goes by. We start breaking each other. By breaking, I mean taking a break from what we were doing.
Yeah.
So I'm on my break, and I come back down, and somehow he has his drink now. So I'm like, how did that happen? Did a maintenance guy come through? What happened? And he was like, oh no, just some dude ran by and popped it open for me and called it a day. And I was just like, what? So I was like, does that mean the door works? And he was like, I don't think so. And I was like, but if it does, I also got a drink from that machine. So you hear beep boop. The machine gets this cherry Pepsi, dumps it into the door. The door's stuck again. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Why do they make a machine that doesn't fucking work? So Bam Margera goes, I'll fucking get it for you. Whatever, dude. Pulls it open, tears the drink out, and he's like, we're good. Just don't think about it. Don't bring it up ever. Fuck this machine. Yeah. A good time.
That's fucking
A
hilarious.
good time.
When I worked at the rubber factory, we had a drink machine. It was maybe it was vending machine. Sorry, drink vending machine. And it was one of them ones that it like had the robot. You know what I'm talking about? It has the fucking robot, and it goes like, wah, 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 and it goes up to your drink, and it dispenses it, and then it goes like, wah, wah, and then it'll fucking like it pivots, and it drops the drink.
Yeah.
Well, at that job when I started there, we had vending machines. We did not later on, but that's besides the point. And it was probably because of this shit, actually. So the vending machine guy would come in and collect the change and the dollars and shit. And occasionally he would give me free shit.
Yeah.
Like they had these cookies in the snack machine
Ooh.
that I liked.
Ooh.
And he'd be like, yeah, here, take some. He'd throw me like 3 of these bitches, and I was like, oh fuck yes.
Hell yeah.
But it was one day he came in for the drink machine, and he he like restocked it. He took the money out, and then he closed the door, but it didn't close all the way. He walked out.
Okay.
I'm sitting there in the break room, and I see this, and I look over to this guy I'm working with. Jody was his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Do you see that shit? Is that closed?" And he's like, "I don't think so." And I'm like, I walk up there, and that door is not closed. And I open that bitch up, and I take a bunch of fucking pops out of there. Jody takes a fucking bunch of pops out of there. A couple other guys in the factory took a couple bunch of fucking pops out of there. And yeah, that was that. And then some dickhead new guy saw it hanging open a bit, was like, "Oh, I'm the new guy. I should close this right now. I should do something fucking retarded right now because I'm new here. Oh, that'll make everybody like me." And then he closed the fucking door.
What a
again.
nerd. What a nerd. That is something I would do, though. So you would be yelling at me.
Oh, yeah, same.
For that.
Dude, me fucking too. Like, I'm a new guy. This has been my 3rd week, but I still consider myself a new guy on the job.
Yeah.
But, like, I probably do shit like that. People are like, why the fuck would he do that? They don't say it to me.
Yeah.
They probably should. I feel like I'd learn better if somebody was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, man. One of the things that I've been doing more recently with the current shifts I'm having is I'm stuck in one spot all the time. It's with that vending machine, and sometimes reoccurring coworkers, sometimes new people every time. And I don't know if like I'm being blessed or something. I'm not sure. But the pay is a pretty good amount longer.
Damn, dude.
than last time. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's Trump's Trump's actions immediately adjusting things or not. But it might be. It might be.
Yeah. My job pays fucking bi-weekly. I hate bi-weekly pay so much.
Well, whatever daily pay is the thing that terrifies me the most.
What is daily pay?
You take a percentage of whatever you earned ahead of your pay schedule so you can use it to buy things.
It's like credit with some extra steps,
Yeah.
except it uses like real money.
Yeah. Like,
It's insane.
like if you earn, like, let's say 120 and you don't get paid for a week and a half, right? In that week and a half, you can take a 20 out of that 120 and use it for food or something. But it just makes your pay number technically smaller. So, there's that.
That's interesting. I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah. I don't technically use daily pay. I just wait for it to drain into where it's supposed to go. And then I'm good. But I'm also in a good spot where I am, right? So it's different for each person.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's something interesting to look into, I guess. But yeah, there's stuff like that with what I'm doing. And then there's something that like keeps coming up for video editing jobs that I'm applying to, where they're saying I need a certification, and I was like, how much is a certification?
A certification in what? It's holding a fucking camera.
Yeah, it's certification in video editing. And I was like, I make things all the time, and I try to put at least a little quality into it. It may not show all the time, but I try.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might have to look into that some more, and I might have to pay like $40 to get certified on video editing.
I didn't know you needed a certification for something like that. I feel like you can just do it.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. Like, do I have to take a non-college course on how to video edit? Like, what do I have to do? You know? Very strange things with that.
I don't know. You could just learn how to edit.
Hmm. Hmm.
Trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. You could always be like a freelance guy, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do freelance editing for people. I don't know. Maybe they're like, oh, we need our business video edited or something. We want to film a video for our business. You could be the guy that does that. Like just put an ad out on like
Yeah.
Facebook or something and be like, hey, this amount per hour or something. Like
Yeah.
that might not be a bad idea for you to get into, I think.
Yeah, it could be something. I'm just trying
It
not
would,
to, like, make a big scene about it. You know, I'm not
no, you
trying to be
should.
like I know my stuff pretty well, and it's just a matter of me showing that I can do stuff pretty well. That's
Yeah.
why stuff like solo videos take longer now, is because I'm trying to cut the audio right. I'm trying to pace it right. I'm trying to see if I can do a transition here or there. It takes a second.
Yeah, that makes sense. Still, I think you should put yourself out there,
Yeah, yeah.
like I mentioned.
I don't
I think that
mind
would be very
that
good.
idea. It's just I'll have to figure it out on my end a bit, you know?
I mean, you don't have to do it. I don't care whether you do it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you
I'm
do.
saying
But
it's a good suggestion is what I'm getting at.
yeah, I think that if you did that, that'd be pretty good for you if you could make that work. But that's
Oh,
just my theory, my
hmm.
game theory.
Speaking of a good suggestion, I'm talking about Batman real quick.
Batman.
So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the events of Wednesday's Batman. Because we chose Batman again. Because I like being the Bat and or man. So, first half of the session, we are teaming up with Bane. Yes, Bane. He does not have venom in his system. He is just a enormous muscular man. So Bane robs a bank with our characters. But, big but, hey yo,
Hey yo,
but,
yeah, yeah. You know what I like. Yeah.
but, turns out a lady that we have not ran into before.
But as it turns out,
We have ran into her officially. It is Catwoman entering
oh nice.
the game. My guy, as of last
Is she
session,
hot?
she
she
is
sexy?
she is she is.
Yeah,
But yeah,
dude.
my guy, as of last session, has slowly become a simp for Catwoman
Yeah.
because Catwoman saved his life from being drugged by Mr. Mr.
Cosby.
Yes, by the Riddler before he's the Riddler. My guy got drugged by the Riddler and almost killed.
Oh, when he was the
when
bleep.
when he was the doctor. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, she saved my character by clawing a hole into a roof and throwing a gun down so I could get out of there.
That's pretty sick.
And we go over to a truck in this certain situation, and in the back is a cat. You know those cats that have super flat faces, but are like
Yeah.
really fuzzy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those, but it was all black. So my
Famous
guy
son.
took up the cat in the previous session going into this one. So my guy's just like, oh, oh, cat lady, oh, just immediately simping over her.
Just soy jacking.
Yeah, just
You were
soy jack simping over this lady.
Yeah.
So hard. Literally and physically. But but he's purposely missing shots because I kept rolling misses. But he's purposely missing shots, and Bane is just ignoring him and being mad because Catwoman is stealing a important gem.
Yeah.
It would be like $5 million, and she straight up just yoinks it and runs off.
Is it the elimination gem?
I think so, man. I think so. That's why she disappeared. She disappeared, man. She went into an air vent and disappeared. So it's us and Bane inside of a bank with a bunch of gold bars, and that's it. Everybody else, like all the goons, all the gooners, all of them are dead except for my guy and Logan's guy. But we steal all the gold, drive back to Bane's place, and Bane's just like, fucking Catwoman! I hate her! He's just like absolutely irate about Catwoman.
He was watching too much Ben Shapiro videos to feel masculine.
Yeah.
Or he was watching Andrew Tate and he's a Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's very gay. Catwoman is very gay.
Well,
women are gay.
Logan almost fucked it up because she never introduced herself as Catwoman. But Logan's guy goes, what is that? Some kind of Catwoman? And just points at her. I'm like, you can't do that. What are you doing? Say she's a cat lady or something. So he had to change it.
Is there some kind of... this is Bam Margera. Is there some kind of fucking cat bitch up there? What's that bitch doing?
Yeah, and...
I'm Bam Margera and this is cat bitch.
But yeah, when we went back to Bane's place, we divvied up the money. And we called Mr. Falcone.
Yeah.
And Mr. Falcone was like, yo, look at all these comics. Because...
I'm the motherfucking boss up in here.
Yeah, because Tyler, the GM, DM, one of those is right, of the Batman, he has purposely put in comic strips to line up with certain dates.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
you guys get Garfield comic strips?
Honestly, that should be one of the things. I won't lie.
I
think it's a Warner Brothers property.
It is, and both of them are actually. Should almost. You need to have a word with him about the lack of Garfield representation in his fucking made-up tabletop game universe of Gotham City.
Yeah,
'cause I don't quite fucking like that. I'm actually very passionate about Garfield. Thank you very much.
But yeah, we find out through comics that there is a holiday killer who is slowly dwindling down the crime families in Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gotten to the point where some of the Maronis and some of the Falcones are pairing up to make sure they don't die, essentially. But every single scene ends with a thing that represents the holiday. So for this past session, it was Valentine's Day for a situation. So there would be a chocolate heart box and the pistol that was used at the scene. And also a baby, like, bottle cap thing. I don't know. Yeah, the baby. And it happened again for St. Patrick's Day. And for that one, I think it was a leprechaun. Like, straight up just a leprechaun and a pistol and a baby topper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to start like connecting pieces of like who this could be. And my brain went, is it the Mad Hatter? And Tyler went, no. And I was like, Mr. Freet, no. So, yeah, I still don't know who the fucker is. It'd be really funny if
Probably
it was Bruce Wayne.
What if? What if the Boopler? If it was him,
Oh,
and it was like left a little bit of fried chicken at this one place. He left a glass of grape soda on the counter at this other place. And I shouldn't keep going. I'm not.
But yeah,
on.
I still got a little bit more here for this. So, during this whole session, Arkham Asylum has been opened back up. And its first person to be put in is the Jongleur. He is not known as the Jongleur. He is not known as the man who laughs or any of those fun little quips. He is just a guy in jail.
Yeah.
So it can't be the Joker. It can't be the Joker. It's not possible, right? But it could be Penguin. It could be Ra's al Ghul, however you want to say it. It could be literally like 50 other characters. And I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
During this, Bruce Wayne is caught by Poison Ivy. And he has his mind controlled by Poison Ivy.
She's feeding him like sissy. I want to be a girl hypno.
Yeah, for real, on G. For real, on G. NGLFR. But, you like that? Just keep spelling.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I fuck with that a lot.
But, but yeah, he is getting mind controlled. And then Catwoman, after robbing the bank with us, technically, she shows up at Wayne Manor with Bruce Wayne / Batman and Poison Ivy. And she starts attacking Poison Ivy.
Nice. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Cat fight.
Thing is, apparently, there's a bit more to the story there. But if I remember right, it gets cut off in the middle of that fight. From what I remember, Catwoman gets pretty good at beating the shit out of Poison Ivy. And then Poison Ivy disappears. And then Bruce Wayne is officially out of mind control by the end of the comic. But I might have forgotten some things. So that's why Batman did not show up at all in this session, is because he was mind controlled by Poison Ivy.
He was being a sissy girl.
Yeah, he was putting on skirts and
He's putting on
watching
dresses,
K-pop
dresses,
and watching K-pop videos.
Yeah, and like playing sissy hypno on like 3 different speakers. He has 3 different sissy hypno videos on 3 different speakers, and they're surrounding his head, and he's just listening to it while he watches K-pop videos in his frilly dress. That's what Batman was fucking doing.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Can you imagine a 6'6", 250 pounds of pure muscle just dressed like that? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a rough look. That's a fucking rough look on somebody. That's a rough look on anybody. But definitely somebody like that. Somebody that's jacked like fucking Benoit in his finest. Like, jacked like Cena.
That's the end of the Batman for this week that I wanted to talk about.
That's pretty epic.
And I think that's also near the end of this week's Northwest Trenches podcast.
This week a podcast.
I believe it's episode 54.
I believe that this is episode 54.
I may be mistaken, but
I may be a mistaken.
But it was a good one, I believe. I liked this one.
I agree.
All right. See you guys next time.
Goodbye, folks.